Hey folks, it's John with Not Work Tabletop, and this is a bit of a re-record. I did a video looking at this article on Warhammer Community the other week, and unfortunately the music balancing, when I put a bit of a backing track to it to balance out my own melodious tones, was actually killing the sound when it uploaded, despite the fact that in the video edit I've got in the editing software, and I've got, when I look at it on the desktop, the sound balance is fine. YouTube was doing something weird with it in the upload, or I've done something wrong that makes it weird in the upload. But we're going to have a look at this again, because I still think this was really, really cool. Games Workshop put out an article talking about Exodite Terrain to go along with the new, really cool looking Exodites. I'm kind of sad I haven't really jumped on a video for them, but I feel the bandwagon has now sailed. We'll probably look at them when they come out. I'm sitting here trying to maybe get my hands on some, or that they've sold out in so many places. But look, this is what they dropped. This is what they did. It's technically a Kill Team article, because obviously the Exodites are coming out as a Kill Team thing. I like Kill Team. I actually think Kill Team is a very good game. At least from what I've played of it. I should go and play it more. But here we go. We've got build your own Exodite Terrain with free templates. This is the kind of thing you used to find in White Dwarf. There used to be the Imperial Bunker you had there. They showed you how to make trees. Obviously, in old Road Trader days, even in the Road Trader book, they showed you how to make the infamous deodorant can or deodorant box, land speeder or vehicles. And to see this drop a little over a week ago was frankly amazing. I never thought Games Workshop would actually show us something like this again. They once did a book. They once did a full-on modelling book, and there was like a whole series of them to do with Citadel scenery, even as they were starting to produce their own stuff, which taught you how to make all kinds of stuff, especially for Warhammer Fantasy, but also for 40k. And it was really, really good, and they released this article. And again, I haven't seen a lot of people cover this. I haven't seen it in a lot of places, and it really kind of got me excited. I haven't tried building them yet myself. My workspace is really cluttered at the moment. That's one of the reasons my face isn't on screen. That I need to get a new webcam so I can record these kinds of pieces and things together. But you've got animated me on the screen. Just there. I think he's animated anyway. Yes, he is. There he is. So here we go. We build your kill zone, and we've got these wonderful, wonderful little things that they've made. You can even see some of the working on the edges where they have built some. Now, I dare say some of the stuff in the studio is not going to be made of cardboard. They've probably got plasticard or better materials. There's some lines there suggesting even maybe a little bit of 3D print going on in this image, although it might not be. That could just be a weathering effect, or that could be from something else. But it's still nice to see. I mean, these look great, but you'd expect it to on the heavy metal page, especially with the way that the Exodites and the Orcs have been done. I think these models and the paint jobs in them are fantastic. But we have the Exodite worlds, and it talks about the stone stels and the menhirs and the Nexalis or stellies or steels. And the other strange constructions, all those standing stones that you get around the Eldar places. We haven't seen much Eldar scenery. It's all been, and I know we see L-shaped ruins from the previous editions of 40k, and we've had mostly Imperial stuff from Games Workshop themselves as the actual ruins, and we haven't seen much else. Even the scary trees, the spooky trees, seem to have gone a bit by the wayside. But it's lovely to see some of these bits of scenery out. And the fact that they haven't released it as a thing, they've just gone, you know what, we're just going to get you a thing you can make out of cereal boxes. Literally, it says there, grab your empty cereal boxes and get ready to make highly narrative board to fight over. Cereal box terrain! This is 2nd edition stuff, and technically early 3rd and 4th. You were still doing a lot of make your owns. I think it was about sort of 5th where we started to see the prevalence of the plastic molded terrain start coming out. But take it further, and they talk about down here. So all of this is just talking about making the cardboard or plastic card terrain from the templates. But then they take it further. This is an article like, again, we used to get in White Dwarf. This is one of the things White Dwarf was fantastic for, and I really wish they take a step back towards that. I know they're a company that wants to make money from selling stuff, but part of that product should be how-tos. And it seems that they've gone that way a little bit with Warhammer Academy. I've not really looked too deep into it. But this looks fantastic. I mean, look, they're talking about this and you've got all these little modelling hints on things to do. So dense foliage, and I don't think they necessarily mention where they get some of it from. But if you're looking, this is aquarium. This is aquarium stuff. You can go into a pet shop and buy some of this, or you can go into like big department stores where they have like a gardening section or a something section or a decoration section where they have artificial flowers, and you can get a stack of this. Some of it's a bit pricey these days, but some of it, it's just, you know, very, very cheap plastic stuff, but done dirt cheap. You can seal it with a varnish or resin or PVA. If it's a bit flimsy or looks a bit dross, you can always repaint it if you want to, but a lot of it's usable out the bag. And you get these wonderful little scenic pieces, and I'd love to have seen. I would love to see in 40k. I know they've got the standard layouts, but I'd love to see some advice for putting something together that's not a standard layout, so they have asymmetrical boards. They say you can do it, but everyone, of course, is just using the standard stuff, and I'd love to go a little bit asymmetrical on that, a little bit back to inventive, creative table spaces. If you ever watch some of the reports that were on the old channel, or you've seen some of the pictures on the Facebook group or anything like that, you'll notice that a lot of the games that I play, we tend to try and set the table up in a narrative fashion over trying to make it just an equal table both ways. We like a little bit of asymmetry. We like picking a table edge, having an effect, something that matters. We try to make sure the table's still well covered for everybody for what they want to do. You know, and if people are bringing large tanks, then we'll make, you know, spaces for the large tanks and things to go, and we're laying the table up. But this is a fantastic little piece. I really get a kick out of this, and the modelling ideas. And I genuinely hope. I mean, I haven't looked at Academy yet, but I genuinely hope we're going to see more of this kind of thing coming out of Games Workshop. And promoting some creative table spaces. Again, Kill Team's great for creative table spaces. Necromunda's coming out, and from what I've heard, it's not a bullet in the head of Necromunda. I really like old Necromunda, and I like where the current editions of Necromunda have grown to, and I'm hoping the new set of Necromunda does the same, and stuff like this again would be absolutely fantastic for Necromunda. In fact, what I would love to see them do, in many respects, is they've re-released a lot of old books from back in the day. We've got things like Realm of Chaos, and I want to get my second Realm of Chaos book because I only managed to get one of them. We've seen some of the classic books come out recently with them sort of publishing nostalgia theme stuff. I really hope they do the Citadel scenery stuff again, because some of the things in there was really, really good, and it made for some awesome side projects and other bits. That kind of promoted parts of Games Workshop that you just don't really see a lot of now because they focus so much on the models and the pre-made terrain. And I understand that, you know, that they're a very, very big market share of tabletop wargaming. But look at this. This is great. And all you've got to do is you've got to find this article. Now, I had to type to find this. Should say I had to type to find this. It's not the easiest article to find in the lists. I think it's probably one of their more overlooked articles. But I absolutely feel that if you look at this, it's fantastic. But you go to downloads, and the download stuff is here. You've got the cool rules, update logs, and the other bits and pieces that I should probably have a look at, because this is all very, very recent as well. This was all done in the last couple of months. But your train templates here. I'm going to pop the train template open because we did look at it before. And these are, I mean, they are simple templates. They are simple templates, and of course you've got the Eldar stuff printed on the side of them. And to be fair, if you were going to do it, I'd print this out and probably glue and maybe, again, put some PVA across it to use for the patterning, unless you've got the skills and are building into something where you could maybe carve that out to make the Eldar iconography. These are really good templates for what you're doing as well, because these are not simple shapes. These are fairly complicated shapes to try and work with, to try and make. And the instructions are of course simple, but you've got everything you need here in a couple of pages to do some really cool bits of Eldar work. I mean, there are places that sell similar stuff in obviously laser cut MDF, which is a very popular way of doing terrain, but I think this is fantastic. So that's just my overview. Again, this is a bit of a re-record from the other one we did, because that did not I don't know what happened with the sound on that one, long and short of. But yeah, check it out. Get building some Exodite Terrain and maybe look at some of the other bits and pieces. And we will catch you next time. Thanks for listening. Oh, sorry about the loud clap.